Hello, I'm Dr. Tsoi, the acupuncturist and herbalist, of course, the artist. And today I'm going to talk about the two things. Number one, I'm going to talk about this painting. And number two, I'm going to talk about the sick artist, make a sick art. And first, talk about this painting. This painting, the size is 12 by 16, and it's oil, acrylic, and canvas. And basically, I use arts as medicine. And first, I use the line to draw this Picasso's portrait, and they generate the energy continuation. So the line you can see is a continuity and very fast and very long. And because that's a part of the energy flow, that's because the artist is an acupuncturist and a herbalist. So I just do the energy flow. So that's the way I feel more comfortable and make you, that's just me, and generates energy. So continuation, so that's the line. So that's like acupuncture chi flow. And number two is then second things I use the color and mix with the water and pour down the canvas and mix them fast, and then they have an unexpected feeling, and so that just belong to yin. Of course, the color is very blue, so more belong to yin. So that's basically the way I do it, yin and yang, and the five elements, and it's a part of me. That's a part of my art. So that's why art is the art reflects and the artist. So and the other things I do is I do try to send more message and to the viewer or listener, and make sure they understand more about the yin and yang and the five elements, and how to take care of their physically, mentally, and spiritually. So that's the new things I did today, and I have you cannot see, I have actually have needles and these paintings, and these paintings did I did acupuncture and this portrait of Picasso, and you cannot see it, of course, because these needles go this straight line. So let me turn it on the side, then you can probably see. Can you see it? Yeah, they have quite a few needles, about five. That's five needles. Did you see the needles there? And now you probably can see a little bit now. Okay, so that's a theory. You know, I want to keep sending the message and people, and that's you can see when you stay on the side. Okay, now you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, they have needles. So they obviously the body. For us, we need acupuncture, and I start realize even the paintings may need acupuncture too. So also the message is very good, and because you have the acupuncture needles there, and people realize they go to the show and see my work, and then they start realize that's a part of me, of course, and of course they realize acupuncture they can help a lot of physical condition, and they can help they balance the system, and that's why it's very important to understand that. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about other things. That's the sick artist make a sick art. As you know, the artists do reflect on their painting, and of course their paintings reflect on the artist. So of course, any artist, you know, they have everybody. We're part of the universe. We're human being, and we are part of have the yin and yang. So that's the balance, and we have a different mood. We are happy, we're crying, we're depressed, we're excited. We do have so many moods, and could be every day, and it could be once a while. So have a bigger one or small one. So because we're part of the universe, and all the human beings have that. And of course, Picasso, Van Gogh, they have their own mood, and of course, they could be sick, so they can create art. So sick is not necessary by the word, because the reason is, the sickness of course, sometimes you're going to suffer a lot. And sickness more is extreme. Extreme, it could be two either way, not only just one extreme. Example, if you're so depressed, and so that's one extreme, and terribly depressed. So you cannot even move, you cannot even talk, and you don't want to talk, and you don't want to go out, and you're complete depressed, and that's just too extreme. So those things usually the artists they wake up, they say, okay, today I'm going to do something. I want to do make art. Of course, the artist, if it's a good artist, that's why we talk about, they have to really understand what they're doing. So they use the art to do the opposite way. And the example, if they're very depressed, so they usually make the lines to try to make it more yin. Yeah, depressed is more belong to yin, and the yang is more like a fast, hot, and dry, and big, and try to get attention and try to reflect on the art. So that's why I say they're depressed. Some people they are mild depressed, and some they're very depressed. So you can see some people constantly they try to get attention, generate energy in their art. Of course, my art, this I have a lot of line and generate energy. So could be my mood, everything sometimes change a little bit. So that's why the arts reflect on the artist. Even my art every day, the artwork has changed, and you can see my old work, new work, even on the YouTube. You can see this few months and the artwork I put on. So that's you can see the moves change. So that's understandable. So sometimes I'm more maybe you can use the words I'm a little depressed, and or sometimes I'm too nervous, and so they do reflect on the art. So of course, hopefully the mood they're not going to make you physically sick. So that's one extreme. The other extreme is some people terribly crazy and restless, and they feel like they have too much energy. They get headaches a lot, and they get red eyes. Maybe they're drinking too much, and they cannot control themselves. And it could be the environment, around them make them crazy, or they could be themselves physically and mentally and spiritually. They really looking for fight all day and all time. And those people, they are, if they are good artists, so they are really know what they're doing. They usually produce the art, so it's more creepy and more depressed art. And those arts actually help him, and not necessarily help anybody else. So that's why I say they're pretty cool. And yeah, this my art is pretty cool today. And this art is very blue. And of course, see, I really create art for my mood, for my feeling, and also my message, and I constantly worry about, the health, not only my health, and I worry about somebody else's health, for people who you watch, I worry about how healthy you are, and how healthy the whole society, and not only just physically, and maybe mentally, and like you guys to be healthy, and also I like you to be spiritually healthy. Of course, sometimes you be frustrated, have a different mood. Hopefully, they don't get into your system, so to cause problems. So that's why it's very important to understand. And sick artists do make sick art, but it's not necessarily bad, because sick art. So if you take it just like medicines, if you take them right, and they're really gonna help you. And just like if you're terribly anxious, so you take a cooler penguins, cooler medicines. And if you're too depressed, you take energy herbs or energy medicines. So the whole idea is to balance your system. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you understand a little bit more, and I'm going to talk with you more. Thank you.